Hello, I would like to tell you about how to make this nice looking dispersion effect with Redshift. I use Houdini, but all the settings can be applied in Cinema 4D or 3D Max. Okay, here's the scene. It's pretty simple. We have prism, two prisms, and just connected all together. The grid, and the lights. So the beam light is the main light. It should be very thin and very bright, and it's turned back because if we make this beam light parallel to the uh, grid surface, the light will travel parallel as well, and we won't be able to see anything on the surface of this plane. Yeah. Okay, let's check how it looks like. So here's the beam light, spotlight, field light, and reflection. Okay, now we need to set material right away. We need to turn on refraction, increase samples, and dispersion 30. And we already see a little bit of dispersion effect here, but we see that the beam light is traveling through the prisms, which is wrong. It shouldn't be like this, but we're gonna fix it. One more option that should be changed is shadow opacity. Should be turned to 1. Now it looks black, but as soon as we switch on caustics, it will look correct. So in rendering settings, in photon mapping section, we need to enable caustics. Then we should enable cast caustics for the objects that we want to cast caustics. So in our case, this is prism. And of course, we need to do the same. We need to switch on caustics for light. And now you see that nothing happened. It's because the Redshift, the progressive rendering can't render photons. So yeah, now we can see it. Let's turn on photon caustics for other lights. Here. Yeah, now you see that the object became kind of transparent, but we see that the beam light turned to be very wide, which is wrong, and we can easily fix it in the rendering settings, photon mapping. We need to decrease caustic session radius. Yeah, now you see it looks better, but it's getting noisy. Not a big deal, we can fix it quite easy. Let's try lower number. Yep. I don't recommend to use very low numbers because it will be really hard to read off this noise. And you will have to increase the photon numbers quite high. Let's increase maximum photon number to like something like 20 million. This is does almost nothing with this noise because it's like a threshold for the photons that are generated by light sources. So let's let's do like this. Copy this one and paste relative reference here and here, so that we don't need to move back and forth and change all the settings. Let's increase it like this. Not so much. Actually, maybe we need to refresh. Yep. Now you see that it's getting better. Let's increase it to 1 million. Refresh. It's getting better. 2 million. Yeah, okay, looks way better. Maybe 3 million, but it's gonna take a longer time to render it. Okay, for the final rendering I used 2 million, and the session radius was 0.002. Yeah, something like this. Also, I used LUT for the final render. I also set my gamma to 1 and used LUT. I remember it's some LUT from Sony or something like this. Now you can do the same with Redshift LUTs. Okay, now yeah, we can see that the light beam is split into different colors, which is good, but we want it to be more noticeable. And here's the trick: the dispersion number, the bigger, the narrower the beam, and less noticeable dispersion effect. The smaller, more dispersion, and the wider beam. So if we do like this, for example, it's gonna be very wide. Yeah, like this. Let's set it to 5. And one more thing I want to do is probably to reduce field light intensity. Yes, it seems like this area is too bright. Yeah, something like this. And we can also see, just it's not that obvious, but here's the refraction inside prism. And if we change the angle of this light, we can make it more visible here. Yeah, so technically that's it. And final settings were, let me see, one more thing is that I also added global illumination, which is not necessary. Just wanted to get some extra lighting over here. Yeah, because we know that the surface of real objects are not perfect, so there's some light that hits the surface can kind of diffuse and reflect different directions, and we will see a little bit of lighting here. Okay, this one, something like this. Okay, let it be like this. For final render, I used a smaller value here, but now we don't need it. Yeah, a little bit noisy, but we just can increase the brute force gyrates, and it will be cleaner. So that's it. Let me know if there are some questions. I will try to answer as fast as possible. Thank you.